Hey guys, Phil Thompson with streamingchurch.tv. Going to show you a couple problems, common problems people have when using a live encoder on their computer. And in this case, I'm using vMix. And vMix is a great live encoder. But like all live encoders that you put on your computer, there's at least a couple things you need to look at. And one of them right now, I'm going to show you down here at the bottom of vMix. They show you your CPU, your vMix CPU, and your total CPU. And this is going to be a problem for me right off the bat because I have a computer that's kind of old and worn out, and I don't have a lot of processing power. You can see my total processing right now is around 48%, bouncing back and forth. You might say, well, that's not a problem, Phil. Yeah, that's not a problem at all, except here's the deal. I'm not even streaming, okay? So now I turned on the video, but I'm not streaming yet, and look how it's bounced up. Now let me click the little stream box here and get my stream going, and you'll notice it goes yellow and then goes red, and that's good. You want it to be red. You want it to be red all the time with vMix. However, notice my CPU again, 96, 97%. That's not good. And if I open up anything else on my computer, oh my goodness, look, it's going back and forth between yellow and orange. What does that tell you? It tells you either you have, well, you got some kind of a problem, right? Either it's going to be a network problem. You're sending too much of an upload speed and you don't have enough internet on your upload. You need to do a speed test to find out. Or in my case, look, 96, 97% CPU. That's not good. So how do I fix this? Well, if I had a decent computer here, I would go ahead and close out every program I have and just make sure I use the computer with the live encoder to stream. Now, in this case, I've done that, and yet my CPU is really hot. So what do I do now? Well, it's time for another computer. Quite frankly, you need something with more processing power to be able to handle what you're doing. And a lot of people don't understand this, and then if you were watching this stream right now, it's buffering like crazy if you're looking at it because it's going back and forth between red and yellow. Now here's another common problem that people have, and I'm going to shut the stream off. I'm just going to show you the other common issue that some people have, and that is maybe your CPU is doing great. Maybe it's only running 40%, 50%. It's not as hot as mine. And you say, okay, Phil, but I still have a problem. Well, it's probably your video bit rate. Now over here on the vMix streaming settings, you can see the quality setting. Now I've got mine set at H.264, 720p, 2.5 megabytes per second, 128 kilobytes per second for audio. Shouldn't be a problem, right? And it's not for me, but it might be for you. Maybe you've got yours set at 1080p somewhere, and you've done something like 4.5 megabytes per second or even higher. You can adjust it here and make it even higher or make it lower. But the bottom line is you need to make sure that your upload speed is really good. You should have 3 times what you're sending. So I would not recommend sending 4.5 megabytes per second. I would go back to something that I just did earlier and do maybe 720p at 2.5 because that's not a problem for me. My problem was my CPU. But you should have 3 times what you're sending. So in this case, if I'm sending 1.5 megabytes per second, I should have I should have at least 4.5, 5 megabytes per second total upload speed. How do you do that? Just do a speed.streamingchurch.tv test, and it will show you what your upload speed is. So these are the 2 most common problems people have, and vMix will tell you. It will tell you that you've got a problem because the stream will go from red to yellow, and you'll need to make some corrections. All right, so this is all I've got right now, but hey, if you have questions, just reach out to us, streamingchurch.tv.